What is morality? Where does it come from? Is it something that's objectively real, or is it something that's just our subjective opinion? Let's explore that a little bit today. Before we get into the video from the atheist experience, let me Google search something for us. What is morality? And with a little bit of time of passing, the AI is gonna generate the answer. Morality is the set of principles, values and standards that define the difference between right and wrong, good and bad, and that guides human behavior and intentions. Now this is a decent explanation of what morality is, however, I prefer the dictionary one, which says the following. Morality is the set of principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior. And this is the key right here. The principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong. Now, what is truly right and what is truly wrong? Think about that for a second. Have you ever even considered what is truly right? Now, as a newborn Christian, I'm gonna tell you my perspective. But bear in mind that I was an atheist for most of my life, so it is very odd for me to say this now, because for my whole life I have been an atheist and I didn't really understand this point up until now. Basically, anything that's God's will is good, and anything that goes against God's will is bad. Think about that for a second if it resonates with you. If you look back at the time from when we got the 10 Commandments, the 10 Commandments say the following. Do not murder, do not kill, do not steal, do not lie, do not commit adultery. All these commandments that we should follow are today's moral law system. Today we understand morality because we got these commandments from God Himself. What is morality truly? It is the distinction between right and wrong. That's what we established. But how do we know that it is the true, objective, real standard? We have a mind that allows us to understand these principles. And if we understand these principles, it means that it is real. Just like we discover maths, just how we discover physics in this world, morality is also objectively true. That's why morality comes from God and nobody else. If we try to put morality to come from an individual, we're gonna say that something is right today, but it is wrong tomorrow. And then morality becomes relative, because it is adapting to the age and to the time of our lives. But morality has never been changed from the beginning of time until now. You're gonna notice that the 10 Commandments are still valid today as they were 2,000 years ago, as they were 10,000 years ago. So morality is always the same, and it is us that are changing and trying to adjust values to ourselves. Now let's get into the video from the atheist experience and try to explore this a little bit further.
Okay, it's God's necessary for morality, as you said?
Yes.
Okay, world A baby is thrown off a building, and God exists in that world. Okay, did something wrong happen?
Yes.
Great. World B, a baby's thrown off a building, and there's no God in that world. Did something wrong happen?
You throw a baby off a cliff is wrong, no matter what.
Okay, so God isn't necessary for morality then? That seems like the quickest debunk of a point I think I've ever had on the show.
Alright, so this atheist just tricked this theist into saying that God is not necessary for morality with this little bit of a trick. If there is no God, if there is no moral lawgiver, who is going to judge you for doing something wrong when wrong doesn't exist? Things just are. So in the world B, if baby is thrown off a building, You're gonna hate me for saying this, but it is not wrong. It is just an act. It just is. There is nobody to judge you for your moral wrongdoings. Other people are not going to judge you because nobody is going to know that that is wrong to do. Nobody gave you the answers or actually objective moral law. It is only because God exists that morality is real, that morality can sustain itself throughout all this time. Because without God, who is going to say that you did something wrong? How is anybody's opinion stronger or better than yours? We can have disagreements over what morality truly is. However, morality is objectively true, and it is an objective truth that cannot be debunked. Truth is exclusive by nature, and only one truth prevails, and that is God's truth. Anything that goes against God's will is against morality, it is sin. And anything that goes with God's will is the truth, and we should follow what God wants from us. The 10 Commandments is not that hard to follow. Be a good person, follow the 10 Commandments. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!